Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Secrets are about to explode, loyalties are about to be tested, and no one shocking confession could change everything in Los Angeles. This week on The Bold and the Beautiful, jaw-dropping revelations rippled through multiple families at once. Will Spencer is preparing to deliver news that could leave Steffi Forrester Finnegan completely blindsided. At the same time, Dylan is wrestling with a confession that could alter her relationship with Will forever. Meanwhile, Deacon's children corner him about his hurt. Taylor is stuck between love and family loyalty, and Sheila remains dangerously unaware that her marriage is balancing on a fantasy. And just when you think that's enough drama, the rivalry between Hope and Steffi roars back to life with full force. Let's start with Wheel, because his storyline is quietly building into something massive. Dylan has been spending more and more time with him ever since Ivy's interference blew up Will's relationship with Electra. What began as comfort slowly turned into something deeper. The proximity, the vulnerability, the shared heartbreak, it changed things. Dylan has been struggling to keep her feelings under control, but that restraint is wearing thin. The tension rises as she finds herself unable to keep her hands to herself. Now that Wheel is single again, there is a scene coming that feels almost cinematic. Dylan flirts, leaning in, tasting the waters for a moment. It might even seem like the kiss happens only in her imagination. But then, reality catches up, and she moves in for real. Will doesn't pull away. That's where things get complicated. Because, while he's devastated over Electra, there's clearly unfinished emotional business with Dylan. And that's when Dylan may finally admit what she's been hiding, that Ivy wasn't completely wrong about one thing. Somewhere along the way, Dylan started wanting Wheel for herself. Her time living and working on Wheel's land changed the dynamic between them. It wasn't always romantic, but closeness breeds connection. And now she may decide to come clean and confess she's been longing for him. The question is, how does Will respond? He's heartbroken, yes, but he's also human. And if there's even a flicker of mutual attraction, this could evolve into something real very quickly. Meanwhile, Ivy is still pulling strings behind the scenes. She remains convinced that Will is not the right match for Electra. In her mind, she is protecting her family from unnecessary drama. But her methods? Completely manipulative. She interfered, twisted circumstances, and effectively ended Will and Electra's relationship. Now she's pushing Electra toward RJ Forrester, who can't stop thinking about the kiss he once stole from her. RJ stepping into this romantic battlefield, whether he realizes it or not. And here's where it gets explosive. Will is about to bring unexpected news to Steffi. It could involve his breakup with Electra. It could involve a decision about his future at Forrester Creations. It could be both. Whatever it is, Steffi won't see it coming. And when Steffi is caught off guard, you know sparks are going to fly. There's even a strong possibility she will confront Electra directly to hear her version of events, especially if she senses manipulation or betrayal in the mix. Now let's shift to Deacon Taylor and Sheila, because the triangle is a power keg. Hope and Dake are determined to free their father from what they see as Sheila's dangerous grip. They corner Deacon, urging him to pursue happiness with Taylor. They believe he deserves better. They believe his marriage is crumbling, and they're not subtle about it. But Deacon insists he can't just walk away. Steffi's ultimatum looms large. Taylor knows if she doesn't distance herself, she risks losing access to her father, daughter, and grandchildren. Hope isn't having it. After talking to Deacon, frustration builds inside her. She decides to confront Steffi head on. The temporary truce formed during the whole Liam health scare is officially over. The rivalry reignites with intensity. Hope challenges Steffi's right to dictate their parents' love lives. She argues that Taylor deserves freedom after everything she endured with Rich. Steffi, however, stands firm in her mind. This isn't about control, it's about protection. Sheila has a history of explosive reactions when she feels betrayed, and Steffi refuses to gamble her family's safety. That fear isn't unfounded because Deacon, trying to do the right thing, attempts to salvage what remains of his marriage to Sheila. He plans a sensual evening, determining to reconnect, but while he's physically present with Sheila, his thoughts betray him. His mind drifts to Taylor. He's fantasizing about the woman he truly loves while trying to perform the role of a devoted husband. Sheila, unaware of the emotional disconnect, believes passion has been restored. Afterward, she might even thank Taylor, assuming therapy somehow reignited their spark. The irony is painful. And then there's Daphne Walton. She stumbled upon something she wasn't supposed to see: Ivy's manipulation. Daphne has always carried an air of mystery in the fashion world, but now she's stepping into the role of truth teller. She confides in her husband, Carter Walton, who understands Forrester history better than most. Together, they may be the catalyst for exposing Ivy's interference. But just because the truth surfaces doesn't mean relationship will automatically heal. The ripple effects are here are massive. If Dylan and Will move forward romantically, Electra will feel blindsided, especially if she discovers Ivy manipulated her from the start. That could fracture family bonds permanently. Arge's involvement complicates the battlefield even further, setting up a classic love triangle with emotional casualties on every side. On the other front, if Sheila discovers Deacon's emotional betrayal, or worse, catches him and Taylor sharing another forbidden moment, the fallout could be catastrophic. Sheila doesn't handle deception quietly. Steffi's fear might become a self fulfilling prophecy, and Hope's attempt to push her father toward happiness could unintentionally ignite chaos. The rivalry between Hope and Steffi is also reaching a boiling point. This isn't just about romance anymore. It's about autonomy, boundaries, and who gets to make decisions for their family. Once those lines are crossed, rebuilding trust becomes incredibly difficult. Honestly, I think Dylan stepping forward with her feelings is bold and risky. If she truly cares about Will, she needs to be prepared for the emotional mess that follows. As for Ivy, her intentions may be protective, but manipulations never ends well, ever. When it comes to Deacon, trying to fake devotion while emotionally invested elsewhere is a disaster waiting to happen. And Sheila, she's not someone you deceive lightly. Steffi's fear makes sense, but controlling Taylor's choices might only push her farther toward rebellion. At the end of the day, everyone believes they're acting out of love, But love mixed with secrecy is a dangerous cocktail. So let me ask you, do you think Dylan and will officially become a couple? Is Ivy about to exposed by Daphne? And what happens when Sheila finally learns the truth about Deacon's hurt? Drop your predictions in the comments below because this week feels like the calm before a massive storm. And if you love breaking down every twist and scandal, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss the next explosive update. Trust me, this storyline is just getting started and it's about to get wild.